This is a video for the Annie Goodwin Syndicate. Well, guys, we've just had a very, very successful trip down to Aiken, South Carolina. We took Bruno down to do the 4-star short there at Stableview. This was a big event for Bruno just because it was his sort of final run before the Kentucky 5-star. So I sort of been building him up basically all year towards Kentucky, and the Stableview 4-star short is a sort of a critical event just because it's sort of the final run. It was the one event that I wanted to go a little bit quicker on him, and I also wanted a bit of a dress rehearsal for the 5-star. When I say dress rehearsal, the warm-up in the dressage and the show jumping, the way in which I sort of wanted to ride him in the cross country, and I have to say it was a great success. I specifically just took 3 horses there. I didn't want to overwhelm myself with multiple horses in multiple classes, and it was actually luxurious just having to remember one dressage test and one cross-country course. And we got there on Wednesday. On Wednesday, we just gave him a nice long hour hack through the trails. And then Thursday, I actually worked him twice as I would at a 5-star. So I woke up early Thursday morning and just did some suppling exercises. Then Thursday afternoon, I did the arena familiarization and sort of worked on some of the test movements. All in all, I was very, very pleased with his dressage. I feel like this is getting close to one of our best tests. We scored a 30.8. The judges are a little bit miserable, if you ask me. I sent this video to a few of my dressage trainers, and they sort of thought that this was a test that could have been marked well into the 20s. Sometimes the judges are a little bit grumpy in the morning, and they sort of free up with their scoring late in the day. Anyway, all in all, I was very pleased. There's still some areas of improvement, but the general gist of their test, like his frame and his balance and his relaxation, was very, very good. I feel like we're scoring really good, actually, always in the trot work, and then where we come a little bit unstuck is the canter work, and I was very pleased with his canter work. You'll see in a minute that he doesn't sort of get short and choppy in his stride for the canter work, and then I got both the flying changes pretty good. Second one wasn't perfect, but it was better than what we were getting last year. Anyway, guys, this was a great fitness run too for Bruno. It was bloody hot down in Aiken. Actually, it was about 80 degrees each day, and I think it was about a 7-minute cross country course. So it was a fair distance. It was getting close to the maximum distance for cross country, and I sort of galloped along a bit. The ground was relatively good. They did a lot of aggravating and watering there. I have to say, Bruno was it wasn't a perfect cross country round. I mean, he jumped everything. I did have a little bit of a life at the coffin, which you'll see in a minute, where he spooked slightly the ditch and bumped his leg on the jump, and I just hung on to him, but he was very, very good to us. He stayed on the line and still jumped the 2 hedges. He had every reason to run out, and he really gutsed it out and jumped through the flags where a normal horse would have easily just run off the jump. Saying that, the biggest thing I find in the cross country is he's quite bold and brave, and going fast he gets a little bit out of control or a little bit keen to the jumps, and sometimes early in the course I feel like I'm having to fight with him a little bit to slow down before the jump. So we got 3 weeks still to Kentucky, so I'm going to be working on maybe do 1 or 2 cross country sessions where I just work on a little bit his rideability, of being able to go from a big gallop to slow down to a short canter, and obviously turning. He's a bit stiff turning right, turning left. He's so experienced now. It's not like we have to train him to do a particular jump or anything. He's he does everything well. It's more the fact that if we obviously we're going to be very competitive at Kentucky, so we've got to go fast and but not out of control, which is a always dilemma. I'd urge everyone in the group, if you're available, come to Kentucky. It's a fantastic event. It's an event like no other. The dressage is on Thursday and Friday, cross country Saturday, and the show jumping Sunday. I would also recommend everyone to get a VIP ticket. The VIP experience there is fantastic. It's great food, great service, and fantastic viewing for all of the owners. You can get in touch with my secretary Sarah, who could help tee that up for you. Anyway, getting back to this show, this is obviously the show jumping. Peter Wild was very, very good to us. He stopped in and trained me and walked the course and warmed me up. And Bruno was fantastic. Peter was very, very pleased with the way he jumped. He made some good points that we jumped clear and inside the time, but I was a little bit wide and cautious on a few of the turns. And his comment was, especially early in the course, I'm a little bit slow on him and a little bit wide in the turns. And he was just a little bit nervous that eventually that could turn into a time penalty. We just snuck under the time for the show jumping, so it was a valid point that I think we were right on the time of 83 seconds, and we wouldn't have wanted to be one second too slower. But he jumped brilliantly. I feel like he's up in the air, confident in using his technique, and another clear round for Bruno. So this is the cross country. This is about fence 5. So he's still he's jumping well. I shouldn't whinge and whine. I mean, he is a phenomenal cross country course. He's got a big stride and he's quite keen to the jumps, and that bravery is quite handy, especially at these technical fences. So I think we'll get our vet to check him over on Monday. I feel like he'll be in good health. And then we'll probably put another big gallop into him on Friday at the end of this week. And then my gut feeling is that I wouldn't mind next week doing a cross-country school, just more, not over big jumps, but more on sort of rideability and adjustability. And then Peter Wild's going to come in twice actually before Kentucky, and we'll give him a jump school. But we're in good shape. I feel like we've got him very fit. We've got 3 more gallops or 4 more gallops into him, so he'll even get a little bit stronger than what we've got him here today at the show. I went around the cross-country course 20 seconds over the time, so eight time penalties. It was sort of a speed that I felt that was appropriate. Like I sort of sprinted him up the hills and the long gallops. I sort of slowed it down and toned it down for a few of the combinations where I thought he could get a bit wild, and I didn't. I think I could have made the time. It's sometimes with the sharp turns, when it really counts at the big ones, you can be a bit sort of quick and fast through the turns, where when I'm sort of looking after him a little bit, I slightly more cautious and waste a bit of time, but try and give him a smooth. Now this is my holy hell moment. Boom! I nearly lost him, and this was supposed to be 3 strides. And to Bruno's credit, he sort of spooked a little bit at the rail, and Leslie Law, the new chef to keep, came and gave me some feedback saying that I rode in a little bit quiet, and then and Bruno spooked at the same time, and I nearly come off him. But the next couple of horses I was a little more aggressive to that jump, and it worked out well. Anyway, it's a good little mistake to happen at this event. I know that I'm going to school the coffin. There'll be a really, really tough coffin there at Kentucky, so it's some good feedback that we need to work on that jump. Anyway, guys, we're in great shape. Come cheer him on at Kentucky. It's a fantastic event. I think we've got a good chance. And sort of, I feel like everything's falling into place, so we're in good shape.